Hello, this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chiles, www.superhotchiles.com. It is April 12th, 2023, and what you see here are my baby trays that was started first week of March, last week of February. And you see my potted up plants here. And these are all the Capsicum Chinense species, i.e. habanero and super hots. Okay, now these are the first ones we pot up for the nursery sales in May because they take the longest to grow. You can hear my dog whining outside. They want to come over here, and they're not going to come over here. I don't let them in here, the plant area. So, anyhow, all of these potted plant trays you see here on the second and third level, I have potted up myself. I have planted myself. Now, the girls that work for me got the trays ready, and some other people got the trays ready for me, get the soil loaded in the pots. But all the planting of the baby plants into these pots that you see right now was done by me. Only me. I did it in about 4 days' time. Not full 8-hour days, whenever I had the chance. Okay? So, over here, up on the top, in these 1020 reservoir trays, are my varieties that I am growing for seed. Some of them are new, so we don't reveal what they are. I know a lot of people are watching me that want to compete with me, and I'm not looking to compete with anyone, but I'm not looking to tell everybody what I'm doing either. Figure out your business for yourself. And God bless you. I hope you make a lot of money. But I'm not here to help you. Okay? Help you grow and help you learn about chilies, but not here to help grow your business. That's not my job. That's your job. So, some of the new varieties are up here that you see. Okay? So we should have these ready around the first week of May for sale. We are trying to do our best. All I can say is, if we disappoint you by not having things ready when you need them ready for your grow, then I'm asking you, please, try to find someone else who has plants earlier so you don't get stressed, or grow from seed. We're doing the best I can. I have a few ladies that work for me. They're all moms with multiple children. They have responsibilities and they have other things that they need to do in life. And so they can't be like married to my business. I'm the one who's married to my business, okay? So I have to be here every day. I can stay up till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. getting things done. They have families. They got to take care of stuff. I just have my dogs. Now, things could be a little faster if I had a second greenhouse, but I'm not going to build a second greenhouse. I'm looking at probably retiring in the next 4 to 8 years. We'll see how it goes. See how I feel. So, everything you see here are the Capsicum Chinense and the Super Hots. Multiple trays of each. So those should be ready to go. Now, the Capsicum Annuums, let me show you a Capsicum Annuum tray, for example. Or a Bacatum. Here's some Sugar Rush Peach. Okay? I can pot those up next week, and they'll grow fast. That's why I do the Annuums and the Bacatums second. Here's some Peter Pepper Red, some Mahi Lemon Drop, some Chili Tapine, which are really hard to sprout. Shishitos. More Shishitos. Chimayo. Ahi Pineapple. And Aleppo. Aleppo's on the other side. Let me show you where Aleppo is. Here's Aleppo. When I pot these up, I can pot these up next week, and in 2 weeks they'll be ready to sell. 3 at the most. Okay? So these might not come up on the website until the second week of May. All right? But most of the Capsicum Chinense here you see, and some are a little small, but they've been fed, will probably take about, 2 weeks, which will take me, that'll be the first week of May. So we got everything fed. It's nice and cozy here in the greenhouse. The weather's starting to get warmer. The warmer it is at nights, the faster the stuff will grow. If it's like 70 in the daytime, but it's in the low 40s at night, things will grow slow. But if it's in the 50s at night, another 10 degrees warmer, and then in the 70s, 80s in the daytime, then stuff will grow real quick. I mean, really, really quick. These plants are all potted up in ocean forest. I'm doing an experiment because I used to buy some root growth stuff, natural from Holland. And you know what? I really researched the ingredients, and a lot of these different root growth hydroponic formulas from the Dutch. The Dutch are state-of-the-art hydroponic and state-of-the-art nutrient manufacturing. And probably the best hydroponic and greenhouse growers in the world. The Dutch are. Anyhow, so some of the ingredients in there are extracts of cinnamon. Cinnamon's a root hormone. Extracts of kelp. Kelp is a root hormone and a root agent. So why buy something for $80 for a little itty bitty bottle? So what we did is when we put mycorrhiza, because mycorrhiza, or mycos for short, MYCOS, helps plants to root out. It's beneficial bacteria for the root system. It helps the root connect with the soil and the nutrients. That's what it does. It helps it connect. Like when you plug in a plug into the wall, you get electricity to what you need. And when you unplug it and disconnect, you get no electricity. So kind of look at mycos and mycorrhiza as that. So every plant hole gets a pinch of granular extreme gardening mycos. I use the granular, not the powder, because the powder sticks to stuff. It's like baby powder. It sticks to everything, so you waste a lot. So I use the granular. Although some people like the powder because what they'll do is they'll mix it with water and then water it in their plants. I like to put it in the hole of the pot right before I transplant. Okay? So everything has mycos, and about 2/3 of the trays have a little dash of some cinnamon powder. Just regular cinnamon powder. Cinnamon's also antifungal. I'll do a whole video on all the things involving cinnamon. It'll be about a good 15-20 minute video. I'll be also doing other nutrients and other things as well. But for now, we're kind of playing around with it because we used to buy products. You know, I never really looked at all the ingredients in some of these products. I just knew, like Roots Accelerator and some other ones from Holland or from the Netherlands. I used to just buy them because they were highly recommended and they were rated really high. And now I've researched a lot of the ingredients, and some of them have cinnamon and some of them have kelp, and and so, why not just put a little bit in the plant hole and maybe save myself $100 a year? Because when you give root nutrient to all of these plants, it starts to get costly. Okay. So again, May is when the plants will be for sale. Now, one more thing I want to mention, okay? When you place your order, if it says shipped, that does not mean it's shipped. That just means the shipping label was printed. Because as soon as we print a shipping label, and we have to do that when we print the order at the same time, or things could get confused and mixed up. I mean, we could have some really big mistakes. So when we print the shipping label, you're going to get a ship notification. And if it's not in your email, it should be in your spam box. Okay? That doesn't mean it's on its way. Keep an eye on the tracking on the FedEx website or USPS. We ship postal office to California. And I'm not going to go into why, but we do. But keep an eye on your tracking. And when you see movement, then your plants are on your way. Okay? That's your job, is to keep your eye on the tracking. Don't freak out and go, hey, my plants haven't came to me yet and it's been 5 days. The shipping label was printed. We have not got to your order yet because the very first 2 weeks of May, we get slammed. Not everybody, but most of the orders come in really fast and we get a backlog, and it takes probably about 10 to 12 days to get caught up in the backlog. And then after that, the backlog goes down to like 3 or 4 days, and then 1 or 2 days. And then later on, like in June, we're probably shipping the day or two after the order. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you want us to hold your order, you better get a hold of me. Don't just put a note on the order, because sometimes I miss the notes on orders. You got to get a hold of me. You have my phone number on my business card. If not, contact me, ask me for it. Let me know you want me to hold your order because you're going out of town on vacation, or your garden isn't ready yet, or it's still too cold in your area. Let me know. You pay for the order, I will hold your order. Okay? But we're not doing pre-orders, so don't ask me about pre-ordering stuff right now. When everything's live on the website, everything's healthy and strong, then you can buy. No pre-orders. But I will hold your order if you need that done. Why don't I do pre-orders? Why? Anything can happen, folks. We could have straight line winds that could take out this greenhouse. We could have a heat wave in the high 90s. And even if I put a bunch of fans in here, some of my plants could die. Anything could happen. And I don't feel like tracking down people to refund their money because I can't fill their order. Okay? Now, after the first few weeks of May, just letting you know, if something's not in stock, for some reason we don't have it in stock and ready, we will substitute a similar variety. We're going to be doing just like other companies do. We'll substitute a similar variety. I'm sorry, but that's what we're going to do so your order can move out. If we only have to hold it for a few days or a week, we probably will do it. But if it looks like we're not going to have any more of that plant variety, or it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks before we get ones ready to ship, big enough to ship, healthy enough to ship, then we will ship. Now, another thing. My greenhouse is kind of outdoors, even though it's pretty much sealed up most of the day, except when I got to blow some cool air through it with a fan when it gets too hot. My plants, a lot of them are going to be on racks outside. They'll be moved out of the greenhouse and on racks outside here. So, we inspect all the plants for aphids and other bugs. But when you get your plants, before you put them with your garden and your other plants, check underneath the leaves, check your plants. Okay? There's no way we can be 100% sure that a pest won't get on your plants. There's no way. Well, there is one way. We could spray toxic poisons every 4 or 5 days on your plants. And that might get us closer to being 100% guaranteed no pests. But I don't think you guys want that crap on your plants. So we're not going to do that. Okay? So, we should start shipping first week in May, maybe second week in May, the latest. I can tell you that the mild varieties, sweet peppers, Capsicum annuum and Capsicum bacatum, in case you don't know, Capsicum bacatum most of them are ahi types, or like sugar rush peach, sugar rush stripey, and your annuum types, which are like your jalapeno types and things like that. Those will probably, I'm going to say, we'll have pretty much all of them ready end of the second week of May. If I transplant early when the plants are still small, like I just showed you, and they shoot up really quick, maybe end of the first week of May. I'll try. And we're trying to do the best I can. And like I said, if I'm inconveniencing your grow season, if I just don't ship early enough for you, maybe because you live in South Louisiana or South Alabama or South Florida, and you just don't want to wait on me, I won't get offended. Try to find another source for plants so you can get started when you want to get started, or grow from seed. Okay? We're doing the best we can. We're only going to have 60 plant varieties this year, and we're planning on only 40 next year. If this year goes really great, maybe we'll stay with 60. But I'm planning on going down to 40, because that way it's a lot easier for me to handle. Also, the benefit of me going down to the top 40, there's a benefit. The benefit is the really, really popular stuff that sells quick. And then you go, God, they're out of stock. And I go, wait a minute, we're potting some more up. It'll be ready end of May, beginning of June. And you're like, darn, you out of stock so fast. Well, I won't be out of stock so fast because I'll do more trays of the popular varieties. That's the benefit of keeping it down to 40 varieties. Okay? So there'll always be about 4 or 5 sweet peppers to choose from. Probably about 6 milds. Probably about a dozen or more super hots of various colors, and then habaneros and scotch bonnets and everything in between. So there'll always be a selection. You won't starve. You'll have chilies to eat. You'll have a variety of chilies to eat. You just won't have every single variety you want. And if that's the case, then you need to start learning how to grow from seed. I'm sorry. Okay? So, this is Jim Duffy. www.superhotchilies.com. Thank you for your business, all of you who do buy from me. Thank you, because I do support some charitable causes and Future Farmers of America and the high school Future Farmers of America with profits I make. And I do help some families in need locally. So there are some good things I do with the money. That's how this business got started, me helping out kids at a youth center, making meals for them and stuff. That's how this business got started. I needed to make more money, so I started growing more chilies. So your money does go to help some people every now and then in some charitable causes, okay, in the community. And the more I make, the more I give away. That's just the way I am. I'm not perfect. I'm not an angel. I'm not some super holy roller Christian that thinks he doesn't do anything right. I'm a sinner. I make mistakes. I say stupid things. We all just gotta try to do the best we can. All right. Economy's not too great either, so I know some of you won't be buying as much, and that's understandable. Okay. Take care of yourselves and your families, and reach out to me if you need help with something. Call me. Call my number if you got my card. If not, message me somewhere on Facebook or through email to get my number. I'll do the best I can to help you out. All right? Everybody take care and God bless. And this is Jim Duffy of superhotchilies.com, www.superhotchilies.com. Refining Fire Chilies. Take care.